day, patrons and visitors alike. I'm the former comedian known as Prins, and I used to be dope on the mic. But I've traded in my stage time for hours behind the bar because the president has closed down our visits in this lockdown bazaar. Tonight, my jokes are your drinks. Your laughs are my tips. Our performers will keep it coming, so take lots of sips. Our first performer on the jukebox is a headliner, not a bum. Prepare yourself for a shot of straw rum.
Hey, have you ever had a bad trip? Not like a taxi back home kind of thing. We've all had those. My particular bad trip happened because of befriending white people in primary school. So the backstory to that is, although I live in a location, I went to school in the suburbs and I was highly influenced by suburb culture because I spent most of my time there, not because of my own choosing, but because I was a victim of circumstance. See, the hood was very far away from the suburbs. The apartheid government designed it that way. Suburbs were located at the coastline, and the black neighborhoods were far inland where no trees grow. Side note, have you any idea how difficult it is to make sure that trees don't grow in the tropical climate of KwaZulu-Natal, Durban? The whole process takes a whole other degree of hate, and then for you to teach black people only about agriculture and photosynthesis. Poor form, bro. Poor form. Anyway, I was saying, the bad trip was the fault of my white friends, because they got me doing things that are foreign to black people all the time. Back then, we were in primary school. My friend Craig got me into bodyboarding in the ocean. The fuck up was that I already had too much stuff to carry. My school backpack was massive. I had to carry a huge talk bag for my PE uniform, rugby, and cricket kit, and then you add on a bodyboard and flippers to that. Horrible if you have to catch a taxi back home from the beach. Taxi drivers used to make me pay for the board and the bags. Worst trip was when I was getting off at my stop, had all my stuff with me, and then my bodyboard under my arm, and I tried to shut the taxi door. Whole thing fell off, and the driver made me put it back all by myself, shouting, "Hold it like you're holding your surfboard." How do you hold a taxi door like a surfboard? That guy. Anyway, I didn't even have the energy to correct him. But that's not the kind of bad trip I'm talking about. Loads of people have had those. All right? I'm talking about the drug-induced bad trips. You're already guilt-ridden that you took drugs, and let me tell you now, don't do drugs, kids. They're extremely bad for you. My bad trip was awful because I was overcome with intense rage while home alone. I got angry at my house. Do you understand when you get angry at an inanimate object and you can't hit it back? Like I was thinking, oh, this house thinks it's fancy because it's face brick. I will show you. All right. Back then, I lived in cul-de-sac. And I come home into the garage, walk into the kitchen, and I start breaking like every plate and every glass in there. I try to rip my oven out of the wall, but that thing was like built in very well, okay? Which reveals how weak a man I am, and it made me even more angrier. So I turned my attention to a softer target. Into the bedroom I go, take all the clothes and the shoes out, through to the pool area, and I pile them, and I try to light them, okay? Nothing. They won't catch fire. I realize that I'm such a small, weak little man, I can't even start a fire. It enrages me, all right? Like who fails at being an arsonist? I step back into the garage, drive the car down to the garage at the corner. I scream at the attendants, give me 12 rand worth of petrol! They're like, what are we gonna put 12 rands worth of petrol in? I'm like, I don't know. Ah! So I get back in the car. I drive the 2 minutes back to the house. I get inside, looking for a container to pour petrol in. I empty a bottle of Stay Soft into the sink. It spills on me. I'm even more upset now because how am I going to be all menacing like a menacing thug when I smell like lavender? I get back into the car. I see the big concrete pole in my cul-de-sac, okay? It's like a light pole, right? I'm like, a new thing to face my rage. So I rev my Toyota Yaris as much as I can and speed off towards the giant concrete pole. And I'm not realizing that there's like a meter of pavement before you reach the pole. I hit the entire undercarriage of the car and messed up the sump. I don't even know what a damn sump is and where it's located in the car. Anyway, the front of the car dinged in the concrete pole. The concrete pole itself, I just dinged it, like, boop. I'm livid. I can't even do the job of a crash test dummy. I drive the car back to the garage with the Stay Soft on my lap, okay? Now the car's messed up, the sump is gone. I get to the garage. I'm like, 12 rand, where's the petrol? I drive back to the house, out to the pool area with my lavender-flavored petrol. I pour it onto the clothes and I lighted the whole pile on fire. Glorious, right? No. My dumbass made the pile of clothes right under the thatch lapa. Now the whole house is about to burn down. I didn't want that. I just wanted like, ooh, little bonfire. Whole house on fire. Can't have that. I'm in a cul-de-sac. I'm in Roodepoort. All my neighbors are Afrikaans. It's gonna look like a crime. Anyway. So now I'm running between the pool and the lapa, scooping up water in the Stay Soft bottle, it's got a weirdly big hole at the top, but it really can't take water in well. So the house is blazing. I'm spreading lavender fire all over the backyard. It's messed up. Basically, the moral of the story is, don't do drugs. You'll have a bad trip.
Comedy comes in all shapes and sizes. And no, I'm not talking about big circle, small square. I'm talking stand-up, improv, and knock-knock. Who's there? Next up, we have sketch comedy by a man who drops punches like Mike Tyson, except this is Tyson with a mic.
Damn it. Huh? I thought I was going to be the only black guy here.
Hey son, sissy 3 much.
Okay, don't be threatening. You're not a cheese boy.
Hola. Sure. Fairly.
Yeah, just don't come sit here, eh?
Oh, shit. You mustn't ask me how to fill in this form.
So skip and buffet. Send it. Right now he has laziness a manje. But I'm sure some gonna kona manje.
Darling Lindy Lamarayo. So what happened?
I'm sure she's on shy at the buffet. Kumele senze show nje ukuthi sihlangene, no? Simunye.
Simunye my ass.
Great. That's me. Tulani. Tools to you though. Haven't been this excited since Craven Week. No, look, I'm really, really excited.
You know, when it comes to the patent for salami sticks,
not bad under pressure, eh?
Thank you.
Even if it is a bit chilly.
Brilliant! No, the aircon could never be cold enough.
Okay, bye now.
Marmite.
Checkmate. Top of that, coconut.
Hey son, Ayubafo killed it. But time for the rebuttal.
Tabu Mkuena.
Yes, that's me.
Taba? But you can call me Tybo. Wait a minute. Another one?
Just a little bit jet lag, but ready to work.
Okay, what do you bring to the table? What the fuck? You're a natural leader. You think outside the box.
This is definitely the best interview of my life.
sitting?
No, I have no issue. None with house sitting this weekend.
Even Sunday?
The whole weekend. Not a problem at all. Just take my number. You have it? Fantastic. Just WhatsApp me.
Shit. Okay, think. Oh, you don't even have a black name.
Goodwill and Kosi.
Van onze man.
Welcome back, you love drunks. I see you back for another round. Take a look behind my bar and see what I found. Is it the usual, or are you open to explore something new? Perhaps a comedy cocktail, or a mocktail, or punchline so bad you could end up in jail. I have just the perfect treat for you. A drink so strong they call it Hurricane Katrina. Please, welcome to the stage this Long Island Caparina. Last name Hastie, first name Nina.
Yes! Hello! Hi! Hello. The story that I'm going to tell you, right? When these things happened, you know, the names and places have not been changed. These are the real people, and this is a true story. Okay, this is a story about the time I was in the circus. Yes, I ran away and joined the circus. I was a fully grown adult, right? 28, 29 years old. I mean, it was a bit hard to tell those days because, well, I mean, I'd lost my phone, my ID book, all sense of reality. I mean, not for any mysterious reason. I was on drugs. I mean, don't let this seem like a romantic story. It's not. Drugs are not cool, kids. They will shift your reality. One day you're in a call center selling cancer insurance in Afrikaans. Thank you for calling Settlement. You're speaking to Nina. How can I help you? Can I help? The next day, you're traversing the country in a tent, right? A moving tent, dressed as Little Red Riding Hood, you know, serving medium rare steaks and mushroom ravioli starters to investment bankers who are probably on drugs much more expensive than mine. Essentially, what was happening is I was a waitress at the tent. I wasn't even something special. I didn't even get to do a trapeze act. They had some lady that could fit in a box. I can't fit in a box. But anyway, the point is, it was a dinner theater circus, right? I made an average of about 1,500 Rand a night. Cash. Tax-free. We worked 7 days a week. It's 2008. You do the math. It's not fucking crypto. Anyway, enter our antagonist, right? Now, if you haven't guessed by now, it's me. My shadow self.
Hello, Nina. I make bad decisions on your behalf, Nina. I was invented because your daddy left you when you were 2, Nina. No amount of therapy or hypnosis and fucking chakras can help you, Nina.
Anyway, now that I've mentioned that this tent was situated in the Monte Casino parking lot. Did I mention this? It's in the Monte Casino parking lot. Guys, a casino. Casino. That stays open how many hours a day? 24. That's right, bitches. That means you can never sleep. Never. So I come up with this idea that if I made less than 1,000 Rand a night, I would take that money to the casino floor and try magically turn it into money. Okay? It's a strategy. It goes like this. First of all, you make sure you drink lots of gin. Gin, if you didn't know, makes me psychic and brings out my Nina. It's true, okay? When I drink gin, numbers come to me, okay? They just come to me. People would flock to the roulette table, make sure that they bet on the same numbers because my juices would be flowing. 28 black, 33 red. Oh, honey, it was art in motion. So one night, I'm at one of the tables. I'm up about 10,000 Rand. Vibes. Ow. All right, I look up. I see a familiar face in the crowd. It's famous white male comedian from the 90s, Dave Levinson. You know Dave Levinson. Man, he was in the Kalahari advert. He's got quite a big head. You know, click, click, ding, dong. Dave, man. Yeah. Anyway, so he just come from his set at Parker's, right? And somehow wandered onto the casino floor. He doesn't recognize me at first because I'm still in my circus attire. I'm wearing like this red corset, a tutu, a red wig, and for some reason, gumboots. Sex on legs, baby. Sex on legs. Now, I explained to Dave what's happening with the getup, and I explained that I failed at life, and this is the result of a series of bad decisions. All right, Dave tells me he has weed at his house. So now I'm not really a big weed fan. Weed is the kind of drug that makes you feel like there's a gremlin sitting on your chest going, you're high, you're high, you're high, you've got AIDS. I can't smoke weed. Anyway, so Dave's plot to lure me into his den works. I go in all my circus glory. I smoke some weed, which, let me tell you something, doesn't sit well with my gin and tonic diet. I get very, very stoned. I have to go to the bathroom for one of those come to Jesus talks with myself in the mirror. Yeah, I mean, you know the one where there's like a lag between what's happening in your brain and what's happening in your reflection. So you think you're having a conversation with someone else, you know, like, you're beautiful. What? I know. You can do this. Hey? It's like you know what I'm thinking. You know, I was in there for a long time, okay? And with good reason. Because, see, what Dave didn't know is that the reason I was wearing a wig is because all my hair had fallen out. Guys, my hair had fallen out, right? This is a true story. My hair had fallen out because of stress. It's an autoimmune disease called alopecia. Anyway, I was bald, guys. I was bald. I mean, I'm not Joshua Dore bald, not Britney in 2007 bald. I'm talking Bruce Willis bald. I'm talking not a single hair follicle is alive on my head bald. When I took my wig off, it felt like a peeled lychee. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Anyway, Dave, he thinks I'm in fancy dress. He doesn't know what's happening. He thinks I'm there as like Roy Kappie van Roy Skraal, baby, right? Then came the next part of Mission Impossible, how I was going to exit the bathroom and get into the bed. If you didn't understand, that wink earlier meant that Dave was trying to put the P in the V. All right, so I was like this. How do I get into the bed in a cool, calm manner without Dave noticing that I'm bald? So I decide, as a matter of expediency, I should just take all my clothes off. You know, that way he's gonna be distracted by the fact that I'm fucking naked. All right? So if I just stick my hand out, wrap it around the wall from inside the bathroom, switch the bedroom light off, make a dash for the bed, and hide my head under the pillow, maybe he won't notice. There's logic here.
Nina is doing the thinking.
Do you know what I'm saying? This is what's the problem. Okay, here's the thing. He doesn't notice. Okay, he is so blown away by my very obscure behavior. And guys, listen, it was me, however, that pulled the plug on the whole operation. I get nervous and I realized that I was already in so deep. I didn't know how to pull out of this very strange scenario that went from 0 to 100 very fucking quickly. And I just lay there with Dave kind of staring at me, wondering why I had hidden my head under a pillow. And I just shouted a muffled, "Sorry, Dave, I don't know how to tell you this, but my vagina is broken." And let me tell you this, okay? Chivalry is not dead. Or in Dave's case, shrivelry. Dave respectfully retreated back into wherever it is he came from, his balls. And I run back to the bathroom. I collect my things. I put my wig back on. And to this day, Dave thinks it was about him. Sorry, Dave. The end. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Last rounds! I know, you wish you could stay a little longer, but you know there's a curfew. I hope you've had enough drinks and not just a few. Imagine that! A bunch of adults with a curfew. Imagine telling your kid, "Hey Jimmy, you better be in the house by 6 or I'll take away your cell." And then Jimmy calling you at 10 like, "Hey Dad, you better be in the house by 11 or you'll end up in a cell." Well, hell. When the party is over, it's over. You know the party's over when they start switching the lights. And all the law students start screaming out, "Hey, I know my rights!" Then stumble to the car, not knowing their rights from their lefts. Missed steps. You know the party's over when they start playing mood killer music. Or worse, when they turn the music off completely. That's like telling you to F off, but a little more discreetly. You know the party's over when the bouncer becomes extra frisky. Like, hey, I work here. Just let me finish my whiskey. This guy. You know the party's over when it's time to down. And next thing you puking like a clown. And outside the club, it's chaos. It's straight and it's gay. Some turn to lovemaking and some turn to MMA. And we all wake up tomorrow morning thinking, geez, that was a good time. And was it just me or did that barman spit a good rhyme? Anyway, the virtual bar is closed and I'm surprised to see that my tip jar is anything but empty. If it was any more full, I would be driving off in a Bentley. Patrons, lend me your ears. It's a new year, so choose your cheers, your jeers, your tears and your beers. May you conquer all your giants and conquer all your fears. Now, let me go cash up and give these empty glasses a rinse. I've been your barman formally and informally known as Prins. And remember, stay clear of other beverages or you could end up in an entanglement like Jada Pinkett. Always stick to Savannah. It's dry, but you can drink it.